Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Periodic Chaotic Exit Show. Hope you've been well. Videos have been slow. That's not actually because I've been lazy or not wanting to record anything, because I can't keep forgetting to publicize things and actually make content. But there's a lot of content in the pipeline. We have a lot of Magic the Gathering content on the way. Which brings me to my first stuffs thing. So I went to Griffith's game today. They had a bunch of bulk stuff. I picked up a bunch of bulk. Some trading and whatnot. There is a lot of it's kind of free technically, actually, but I bought a pack of Double Masters 2022. It's Double Masters 2. Confusing to kind of like say thank you. To kind of recompense. So about camera malfunctions, they're happening sometimes. Again, I need a better cable for this, or a better camera. If you want to supply me a camera, let me know. But in this, there was just an egg token, a cryptic spires, because in every single pack. A foil dragon arch, I will actually probably use that in some sort of thing. I might even put a couple copies of that into my Ravnica cube, because Ravnica is two-colored, everybody. There's most decks are two-colored. We got a Burning Tree Emissary, which is a showcase or something. Pretty cool. Mana Leak. Centaur Battlemaster, because it does funny heroic stuff, and I want to make possibly want to make a heroic tribal deck. Anger of the Gods, because that's going to be my own cube. Ingenious Scab, it's just a foil. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but it was nice. But the main thing was a showcase hardened scales, which I may actually run this in something. Possibly elves. Does elves use hardened scales? I feel like elves use hardened scales if you do it with +1/+1 strategy, like I do. +1/+1 elves. As for the bulk, we got a lot of bulk. So a lot of it is stuff like these showcase cards from, I'm going to remember the name, the new Zendikar set. So some of them were foil even, so I picked them up. Again, they're not worth a lot, but they're just very pretty. Some stuff to go in my list of things to make homebrews of, so I will definitely be making homebrewed Igneous Cur. I'm not sure what plane they're from, but it's just like a cool, hey, it's funny dog. Skyclipse Grid, I did get this in a booster pack before, but now I've got the full version instead. Future Sentinel, so I'm going to be making Mech Tribal, hopefully. I'm making like a Commander Vehicles deck. I need a lot of these. Mostly to prove that I have the actual card, because I will be trying to make a lot of these arts for these, so custom altars, but instead of the main normal vehicles, it's the mechs from either Ninjago or, more notably, exo-force. I'm going to do like a fucking Lego tribal deck. Drakekeeper, I think I know some who want a foil squirrel card. I just like this one because it's showcase from Kamigawa. It's a Kamigawa pretty! Kanjinja Boa, just a foil showcasey boy. I don't actually have either the foil or the non-foil of that, but I do now. Coom Hellhound, again, just a foil version of that. It's a dog! Scar of the Desert, I'm not sure if I put this in birds. Exile target creature card from your graveyard and create X1/1 white bird, flying with X exiled cards. Toughness. Problem is that birds are generally quite weak, so I'm not sure if this is worth it for 5 mana. Answers in a postcard below. Maybe I could technically exile my commander or something from the graveyard. It's Akeem like a 4/4 or something, which kind of not. And also, since he's a commander, when he's exiled, I could put him in the fucking command zone. So if he gets blown up, I just go, yeah, I'll keep him in the graveyard. Joke's on you, I have this. Fuck you, I'm putting him back in the command zone anyway. Well, Floodhound for the same reason as Igneous Cur. Darkmoss Bridge, I'm going to be doing all of this stuff for my homebrew stuff, specifically for Mirrodin. So I wanted all of these. I also wanted to get as many of these as possible because Artifact Lands! They're good! Finally, we have 2-color Artifact Lands, which are also indestructible, which are really good. Faceless one, it's like the background kind of thing. I might try and build a commander deck based on one of my characters who would be Faceless one with the Tavern Brawler background. Ghastly Death Tyrant. I picked up a couple of D&D things as well because pretty D&D things. Goggles of Night. It's a D&D backing. It's a D&D showcase. I like D&D related stuff. It's like second edition D&D. Unicorn. I know someone who is building tribal unicorns. Young Blue Dragon. I love dragons, so cute. I want to get like all of the different D&D dragons because that's cool to me. Fang Dragon. Or at least at the main ones. Oceanus Dragon. Also, it's gold and blue. Ellen Breeze Busybody. It's cool. Also, just second edition kind of thing. Dreadlin Worm, same thing. Dragon. Rakdos Headliner. That's probably going to go in homebrew stuff. But also, it kind of looks cool. Also, I just realized his Echo discard a card could actually be like a bonus in Madness decks. Dreadworm, but he's a foil one. He's tricky. Molder Beast. I know this guy is from Mirrodin. So he's from a Commander Legend set, I think, and I think he was originally printed in one of the Mirrodin sets. The hint is that the quote is by Adaran Tanglehunter. The Tangle is part of Mirrodin. It's the forest sort of jungly bit on Mirrodin, which is the green outlined bit. I have Spitfire Lagak. He is a Spitfire Lagak boy. Mirror Scrappling. Hey, guess what? It's a fucking mirror, motherfucker. Mistfall Bridge. Same reason as the others. Monoskelion. I think he's a Mirren creature. Galvantic Relay. I just picked it up because it's the classic old style card. Zeronorb, I know somebody who's possibly building Landfall, and Zeronorb is a really good combo with Crucible of Worlds. They put really good ETB lands constantly, especially if your opponents in your table let you use Fast Bond in a band. Fast Bond is funny as fuck! Yeah, let's play 15. Sacrifice your lands, play them all again. Sacrifice your lands, play them all again. It's fine. I mean, I take one damage for each, but I'm gaining one life each time from one of my landfall triggers, so I don't fucking care! Rust Bell Bridge. It's a bridge. Chatterstorm, A, it's a squirrel thing. A friend of mine likes squirrels. B, it's old backing. And C, it has Storm. And that is funny to me. I'm actually really hoping that Storm of Crows will become Eternal Legal, because Storm of Crows was from Unstable, but although it's a joke on Storm Crow, it is a perfectly playable card. It's not even that good. It just creates crows, which I think are like 0/1s or something, so it's Burb! And if that happens, I will be fucking playing it in Bird Tribal. But instead of Storm of Crows, it's obviously Storm of Geese! Because geese. And Reckoner... Fuck. We have Reckoner Shakedown for my vehicles deck. I should really get through these quicker. Cloak of the Bat. I actually had one of these in a game once, in a one-shot. Very fun to use. If not a bit weird, but also really cool item. We have Arcbound Prototype for Mirrodin. Ornithopter Paradise. I think this was made on either Kaladesh, or this is reference to the particular ornithopter that Urza and his brother made, because they saw the ornithopter or something of the Thran, and was like, we'll improve upon that, and that might be the Ornithopter Paradise. Not sure. There have been some other Urza era, sort of Urza referencing cards, like Broken Bond or something, in Mon Horizons 2, and that might be it or something. We have Bottle Gnomes. Bottle Gnomes was originally printed in Mirrodin. It's just a different art compared to the original. Actually, it's a nicer art anyway. We have Dartmoss Bridge. So another bridge. Clipperchrome. This says something about devouring artifacts, and the only plane I could think about where artifact creatures eat other artifact creatures is Mirrodin. Mind Collapse for the same reason the other thing. Pretty card. Glimmer Bound for the same reason. Also, it's an oof. Whoa! Flaming Fist, because it's a D&D thing, and it's a background, which is cool, but it also just reminds me of when I played Descent into Avernus, and we got drafted into the Flaming Fist. Lulu, Loyal Holly fan, same reason! She's adorable! She is a burpy elephant. Terminal Agony, it's a cool old card, or old-looking card. I may well use this at some point. I was thinking of making a Madness deck, because Madness is funny. Marching Duradrone, I'm actually in love with this. If you've ever seen some of my art stuff, I made my own version of the Modrons to make them look not fucking weird, but as much as I hate the design, I love the art here, despite the fact that it's fucking uncanny as hell. You know, Terran Brawler, the background of thing knows about, it just makes things big, also funny. Squirrel Sovereign, hey, it's a fucking squirrel. Also, it's a fucking squirrel like noble / lord, which does lord things. Arcbound Javelinier, Arcbound stuff. Young Red Dragon. It's a goose! It's an Aven Gagglemaster from M21. It's a fucking goose! This, and there's like, so it's this, there is a Shapeshifter, which kind of looks like one, and Gilded Goose, as far as I'm aware, are the only geese in Magic, and that is a fucking disgrace. There needs to be more geese in this fucking game. More fucking geese! I have Arc Splitter from that one plane that gives a shit about New Capena. I just thought it was cool. It's a fucking Tesla Gatling, Tesla Tommy gun. Like that, how is that not cool? Papercraft Decoy from Kamigawa. It's a fucking frog! It is a frog! Made of paper, which is an artifact. It's adorable. Ninja's Kunai was foil. It's Kamigawa. Looks kind of cool. And again, I will probably make this stuff also in homebrews. We have another bridge. Another bridge. A clue token. There's a few tokens in here, because there are tokens that I just don't have. Roadside Reliquary. It's probably going to go in my vehicles deck, because it cares about vehicles. Well, it cares about artifacts. Sacrifice it to require an artifact, to require an enchantment. It's mostly the fact that it's an artifact-based thing, and it's also on flavor for Kamigawa. Arcbound again, I think I actually would have picked that one up. Canopy Bailoff is just another one of those Showcase Landfall boys. Well, Showcase Zendikarians. Thunderweb Recruit Loose. This is going in a separate pile, because it's something I'm going to do an artwork on for one of my streamer friends. Because it is a spider that investigates, and I know a spider that investigates, cursed shit. Jade Avenger, it's a fucking frog. It's a frog. And again, like, another creature type you really don't see that many of in Magic. You just don't see them. I think there's, like, Yargle of Urborg or something. He's, like, one of the very few frogs. He might be the only... No, there's also, Witches from... No, not Witches. The one that goes in the fucking Bogart Witch Cauldron deck thing. There's a frog there. The Arcbound thing. Bloodful Caves, which is going to go in my Kamigawa deck, possibly. Brute Suit. The only reason these, like, life-gain taglines are going in there is because they're Kamigawa-themed ones. Virus Beetle, he's a cute beetle, he's going to make a homebrew. Saltwater Cliffs, same thing. Dragonfly Suit. Enter the Dragonfly, motherfucker. Kamigawa Mountain. Savage Lands, I think it's on my Commander deck. It's a 3-color tapland. It's just fairly good for 5-color stuff. That's probably going to go in a deck, not in the that particular deck, but... Is it Boilerworks from Double Masters? Same kind of principle. It's a decent land. Actually, even better in landfall decks, because you return a land to play it. So if you have something like Fast Bond, or the one that lets you play more than one land per turn, this gives you the opportunity to make sure you can definitely play a land return, because you can return itself. Because it's return a land you control, not another, so you can return itself. So it's a case of you're not playing it for mana in a landfall deck, you're playing it for the landfall triggers, which is honestly better than... A lot of landfall triggers might as well be fucking equivalent to spells in their own right, especially ones that give like counters and stuff. I mean, I think there was a card like
1+1+1 counter is like equivalent essentially to paying 1 green or something like that. So landfall triggers be doing things. Experiment 1 is foil. I just really love Experiment 1. I might do him as a legendary creature, especially when I return to Ravnica myself one day. As in, not like literally, as in I did a Ravnica campaign years ago. I might do another one. We have the initiative token, because the initiative's kind of cool and I want to learn it. Combine Chrysalis for homebring stuff. For Kaladesh? Yeah. I want to do some Kaladesh stuff too. Mishra's Factory, it's fucking Mishra's Factory foil. Oh boy, how the price of this is fucking holy crap to the fucking floor. But it's Mishra's Factory, and it's really fucking good for things. We have Befriending the Moths. This is something I'm planning to do an art for, because it's fucking moth. It actually says an artifact creature insect, but it's a fucking moth. And it is a good moth. It is a good moth. Skeleton token, I actually just really like this particular type of token in general. Then some Commander Legends, or one of them, so I picked up a couple of those. Some treasure tokens, because I don't actually have any treasure tokens, turns out. Viashino Lashclaw, I'm not sure if Viashino are from Mirrodin, but they're definitely weird creatures. Fraction Germ token, didn't have any of those either. Food token, I actually didn't have any of those either. Another Arcbound. Worm token from Double Master, I'm not sure what that's for. Another bridge. Jeskai Charmus will probably go in my Untitled Boost deck, because Akeem is in Jeskai colors, or American colors, or Freedom colors, or UK colors, or whatever. It's not necessarily like an amazing card for the deck, but it does give an Anthem for a turn, and Lifelink, which is actually pretty useful in birds, since they fly and have evasion. Can damage opponents or planeswalkers, which can be useful sometimes, and can put stuff in the library. That's probably the weakest one, because it's just slightly better than the unsummoned thing, which costs some like thing that costs 2. But again, it's a charm, and charms are pretty useful in Magic, right? And I want to put things in the deck, not just birds, because sometimes you lean too far on the tribal aspect of the deck, and you just don't have answer things. Seon of Darkness, I just kind of like this boy. He's a good guy. Just an interesting card. Glorious Gale, Viashino. It's just another thing that I might do for homebrewing stuff. Flicker Wisp! I just picked this up because it's a good card! Fucking Flicker Wisp of all things. Flicker Wisp does flicker things. And you can flicker it with something else to get an ETB trigger of something else. And then when it flickers back in, it flickers something else. So you flicker so yo dog, I heard you like flicker, so I put a flicker on your flicker so you can flicker when you flicker. It's a good thing, okay? We have a Drake token. Webweaver Changeling. A, it's a fucking spider, which is gonna be doing art from first. And B, it's fucking Changeling. And Changelings are really good in tribal decks, because they let you do things that your tribe wouldn't necessarily be able to do. For example, that has reach, if you were doing, say, zombie tribal. Zombies generally don't have reach, or flying, for that matter. So having a zombie, for example, you're going to go Golgari zombie tribal, having a zombie that has reach, actually pretty fucking good. Also, when it enters the battlefield through more going by life, also actually pretty good for zombies, because zombies will have stuff in the graveyard pretty much all the time. Art card from Noble Masters, I would actually like to collect these things. Oh, sorry, it's New Capena. It's just a New Capena art series. Evelyn the Covetous. I like the art stuff from time to time. Just I'm gonna put that with the misc sort of art stuff. New Capena, full art land, just pretty land. I actually am warming to the Art Deco lands. Citizen token, don't have any of them yet, because I didn't open any New Capena. And some tokens from Kamigawa, because they A, look pretty, and B, I need them for various things. Also, Human Monk, actually pretty cool here. And now they have their own version of treasure tokens. There was actually quite a few, but I didn't pick up more than one. Samurai! And Construct. And Dismal Backwater. I actually really love the bridge here. This is a particular type of bridge which is, I think, common in the Far East, which is just pretty cool. It is actually a lot more of an effective bridge than it looks. Thundersteel Colossus, also for the deck. Seventh Mentor, it's a card that cares about vehicles. You can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle you control. There's very few things that will do that. Yes, you could say, well, why don't you just make it a creature and then put a +1/+1 on it. You're not always going to be able to do that. And there's probably some weird shenanigans you can do with that. Scarred Barons is another Kamigawa thing. I'm not sure how many colors to do that in yet, so I just picked up as many of them as I could. The different ones. Healer's Flock, it's a 3-white bird. Flying Lifelink 3/3, actually pretty good. Obviously it's based on Healer's Hawk, and there's 3 of them, so it's a 3/3. It's just a good bird. It's just a good bird. It's 3 Healer's Hawks that have banding! Oh my fucking god! One of them has banding, I guess, and the other 2 are just there. We have Replication Specialist, does things with artifact stuff. Whenever a non-token artifact is bound in control, you can copy it. You can make copies of vehicles. Rugged Highlands. Disruption Protocol, cost 1 less. You could tap it to make it as initial cost, you either tap an untapped artifact or pay 1, counter target spell. It's counter spell! With vehicle flavor. Another bridge. Yes, you could just run counter spell instead, but counterpoint, run both. If you're running a lot of artifacts, which a lot of those do anyway, run both. Especially in Commander. Tranquil Cove. Light the Way, also puts +1/+1s on things like Thingy. And also untaps vehicles as well. So if you have a vehicle additional effect, like getting a man of any color, you can put it back up again. Marble Gargoyle, it is a foil old-fashioned style card, so I like it. It was pretty. Steelfin Whale, I believe this is a Mirren creature. Steel Dromedary, same, I think it possibly is a Mirren camel. Another art card. Pretty good! We have a foil Kamigawa Swamp. Oh, sorry, foil Nukapina Swamp. But still, pretty swamp! An Extruder, this is a reprint of a very old card from one of the Urza's sagas. I just love the flavor text. The invasion drew closer. Urza's means began to resemble Phyrexia's end. Urza's a fucking war criminal! Powderbone, it's another thing for homebrewing stuff, with the Phyrexian side of things. Portuguese Prototype, it's a vehicle. Blazing Root Walla foil. I do at some point possibly want to make an 8 Walla deck with the other Wallas and a bunch of madness stuff. Because you can madness cost it for 0. It costs you no mana! It's just a free fucking card. And that combined with some like weird sack outlets and some other 0 cost stuff might be pretty funny. Automated Artificer, that might go in thingy. It's a mana art creature and add wastes. Use it only to activate ability cast an artifact spell. Guess what vehicles are? Planes for Kamigawa. Pilot. A, it's a token I don't have, and B, I will be making pilot tokens. Disenchant foil. It's a staple, I guess, and it's a foil version of a staple, so yes, I picked it up. Makindi Ox, same reason. Well, not same reason, but pretty card. Another bridge. Suit Up. Target creature or vehicle becomes an artifact creature, and then you draw a card. Hey, guess what? It makes creatures without you having to crew them. Also, the name is funny. Mobilizer Mech. I might do Suit Up as a joke, an Iron Man joke. Spitfire Legak, yeah, I think I actually already had one of those, but now I have them in 2 in foil. Another Barons. Cassandra Nectar Pie. I didn't find any foils of this, but it's a showcase. Brushfire Elemental, it's another showcasey boy. Actually a decent elemental. This is one of those that gets +2/+2 as well. So, and it has haze, then it can be a lot bigger to a less. So 1 landfall drop. Pretty good. Forest. For another Galvandic Relay. Picked it up because I could. Another Walla. Jabot, but the foil version, I picked that up later. Mech Hanger. Hey, guess what? Vehicle stuff. It's a basically 5-color land in vehicles. Also, you can use it on pilots too, which matters. Target vehicle becomes an artifact creature, so you can actually crew things by itself. A burb! Because it is a burb. Mostly. Another walla, so that's 3 wallas. Another bridge. Another bridge. Another bridge. Another bridge. Another bridge. I didn't take every single bridge, by the way, I just took a bunch of them. Tangle Pool Bridge. My idea was to have at least 2 of each, so I could put 1 cycle of each in, say, a commander deck that cares about artifact stuff, say an affinity-based deck, and 1 so I could do 1 each for homebrewing. So I have 2 Tangle Pools, and 2 Rush Veils, and 2 Gold Mires. And I found an old-fashioned version of Monoskelion later, so I picked that up. Lazadet Chancellor, 1 is going to be homebrewed, 1 is going to go into my cube. Another Walla, and that might be 4 Wallas. Goblin Archaeomancer, it's a Gruul card, but also it's pretty looking. Also, each spell is red or green, costs 1 less to cast, which is actually really fucking good. So I picked up 2, 1 to homebrew and 1 to go in my cube. Power Depot, add 1 mana of color, spend only cast artifact spells or artifacts. I will be doing a homebrew of this, and then the second copy that I can try and get a hold of, that will go in my mecha deck, because it's another 5-color land for vehicles, basically. And Spectral Searchlight, I guess it's a commander of the command legend. If I choose a player, that player adds 1 mana color, and they choose. Not a great land. I guess it's good in some commander instances where you can kind of do weird things with your opponent. The idea to have political stuff with your opponent is possibly useful sometimes, but not really. But I just picked it up because it's to do with Ravnica, and I'm not sure if they did this as a boon or item in Guild of Ravnica, the book for D&D, but if they didn't, I'm going to homebrew it. And there's me the last of Chancellor for my cube. So, that's all the magic stuff. I'm going to just do this. Like that. Okay. Hang on. What have I done? I've done it very stupid and gotten mixed up already. There we are. Actually, I probably should have picked up another copy of Archaeomancer for Ravnica. Oh, no, that one was for my Ravnica cube. That second one was for Ravnica cube. And then all the pretty stuff. Side. That's not all. We have one more thing. Sorry it's a long video, but this is a cool haul video. And I've been saving this bag for a haul video. Which is something that I've already mentioned in this video. Guess what? It's a fucking segue. It is this bad boy. This bad boy. The exo-force fucking, what's it called? 8104, something. Can't remember what it's called now. Wow. It's fucking, what is it called? Shadow Crawler. It is the Shadow Crawler. It's an exo-force Shadow Crawler. Lego fucking thing. So I will build this, because it's in pieces, and I'll be right back. And here it is, ladies and gentle honks. The one and only, well actually one of many, Shadow Crawlers. It is only mostly complete. There is a 1x3 that needs to be changed over to dark bluish gray or black here. This piece here should actually be a 2-step one, so these 2 pieces can be next to each other rather than on top. But I have one of those in my collection anyway. And it is missing a claw piece, which is one of Pohatu's climbing claws, but in lime here. Shouldn't be a hard piece to get a hold of. I may just for a time substitute it with a silver one, because I actually could do with a bit of silver, because the only other silver item is here. But beyond that, other than the figure, it's complete, and it actually had these legs, and these arms, and the spare axle, which goes towards robot. I have plenty of Devastators. In fact, I have a green one, which would go in a green kind of lime-tinted one. These lime-tinted chest piece will go well with this set. And also, weirdly, some spare pieces. Weirdly enough. All the sticker pieces that need to be there also all there, turns out. Yeah, it's actually a really nice set. I got this for 99p, so I'm really not upset that there's a color missing piece. I think it's a couple quick personal packaging, but I would have had to pay that anyway, probably for one of the parts, and it would probably cost me more to part it out, honestly. So there it is. The evil shadow caller for the robot army. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. One thing I do want to quickly show off before I do head off is I did pick up as well Dinky Toys like a harvester thing for a tractor, so it connects to a tractor or something. And these pieces spin. It's an old thing, and two of these. I'm not going to show the other one because it's basically the same and in the same quality. Just a Corgi horse box. Seems to be in like almost immaculate condition, or at least compared to its age. But anyway, thank you guys for watching because again, sorry about that. I forgot about another thing. Anyway, don't worry about that. Thank you guys. I'm going to see you guys next episode. Bye-bye for now. I'm going to add this to my collection right away. Bye-bye.